Hello?
We're going to look at the flat Earth. I've got some new evidence for you, further proof that you don't live on a ball. But let's just take a look. This is where you're told from a child. Yeah, every classroom has a globe when you're a child. But if you look at the globe, where is the only place, if we are on a ball, where is the only place that you can stand upright? At the North Pole. Flat Earthers are some of the dumbest people on Earth. Yeah? But you're stood upright here, in the UK. Whatever that is on here. Just is there. So you should be stood out like that, but you're not. Yeah? So how can somebody on the North Pole and the South Pole both stand upright? It doesn't make sense, does it? People say, yeah, but I've been on a plane. I looked out of the window and I saw the curve. Let's take a look, shall we? This is from Concorde, out of the window. So you look out of the window of Concorde, flat. Everywhere you look, the Earth is flat. Problem is, ever since you were a child, you've been conditioned to think that you live on a sphere. You never decided from your own research that you live on a sphere, but because you've had it drummed into you all these years, you accept it as a given. This ball's supposed to be the truth, but on models, aviation, boats, humans, cars, doesn't work. If you look at the shape of the ball, if you were travelling from Scotland down to London on a ball, it would be downhill all the way. You wouldn't need to put any petrol in your car. Now, how far do you think the Canaries are away from the UK? I'm just using this as an example.
3,000 miles.
It's about 2,000 miles. Let's have a flight from Glasgow, just for convenience, to Gran Canaria, and you can see that it is 2,006 miles. Yeah, and the direction for that 2,006 miles is more or less south. Yeah, there's a map of the route. More or less south. So it's coming down the Earth on this ball. Yeah, and the plane would have to be coming down. The nose would need to be down for the entire journey. For every mile that plane travelled, it would need to descend a quarter of a mile to actually get down and land. So that proves that the Earth is flat, because you don't come down and down and down for the entire journey, but you'd have to. Bullshit. So if the Earth was going 500,000 miles an hour and the Earth's been here for 4.5 billion years, why are all the stars, or what appear to be stars, they always stay in the bloody same place? Not an ounce of movement, they're always in the same place. It's impossible, but it works on a flat Earth.
They have moved over the
Pardon?
thousands of years.
Pardon?
They have moved gradually over the thousands of years. And
They've hardly moved at all. If we were going at, if you're going at 500,000 miles an hour, then over a few years they're going to look a whole lot different. And the only way they get away with that is saying that the stars are like trillions of miles away.
What are they?
They're just blobs of light. They're bits of light through the Earth's glass ceiling.
Or not yet, if it's flat.
Who said there's an edge? There may not necessarily be an edge. It might be an infinite plane for all we know. Nobody's been there, but Antarctica is off limits to all humans. It's guarded by the military because there's something there to see. So either it's an edge or it's an infinite plane. Yeah? Why would they stop people from going there? I can go Mount Everest and climb the Eiger Mountain, go to the most dangerous places on the world. Nobody's going to stop me. You go to try and get to Antarctica and there'll be armed boats to stop you going on. You can't go there. No. Fuck you. I just make this shit up. Can you imagine if it became public knowledge that there were boundaries to the earth, which would mean it had to have been created by somebody, yeah? Evidence of a creator, evidence of God. If people knew that somebody was watching over you, then all the crimes are going to stop. Because they know there's a God watching over them, or creator. So they want you to think that we're nothing, we're nobody in a vast space that goes on forever.
What evidence do you have that there is a God? What evidence can you convince me that there is a God? You insist that there is one.
I'm not saying there's a God, I'm saying that the earth was made, it was created. That's why you can't go beyond Antarctica, because there's some... Pardon?
Who created it?
Who?
Yeah, or what?
A race of giants made the earth.
Charlie, ho ho ho, ho ho ho, green giant.
Something that's got vastly more power than what we have.
Ho ho ho.
But the evidence is there in the creation of the earth. They don't want you to see it. If you, there's Mike Degree, yeah, he was a marine biologist, and he went down in his submarine, and the Bible talks about firmaments, which are like different layers. And when he went down, I haven't got the clip with me today, but you can find it on YouTube. When he went down, he saw an ocean beneath the ocean, but it was impenetrable. It was so super saline, the submarine couldn't go beyond it. That is the waters beneath the earth, and there's waters above the earth. They talk about this in the Bible.
So you'd rather believe a 2,000-year-old document that was written by people?
If it was evidence... why don't you think they want to let you go to Antarctica? It's because there's an edge there. There's a barrier. There's something there that would confirm the existence of a creator. And then we've got... I mean, who believes in gravity? You believe in gravity. Why do you believe in gravity? Can you tell me the mathematical formula for gravity? Anybody tell me the mathematical formula for gravity? I'll tell you what, I've looked for it on the internet trying to find out Einstein's maths for it. It ain't there. But this guy called Einstein discovered it, didn't he? He must have been a fucking genius.
This man is a Dummkopf. He means Sir Isaac Newton.
Let's have a look at some of Newton's work, shall we? Vegetables. Suppose that ye pour of a vegetable filled with fluid, make it of and globule a yolk, rough away ye particle, and rest of supple, molar in ye pour this from towards by the mass juices continually dry from its roots of trees upwards and juices, pleasing dregs in ye pores and wanking passages. Pores and wanking passages, sketch your pores, and wait before they... This is the guy that discovered gravity, you believe him? Come on! This is the guy, and everything since he invented it, you've believed it, gravity, you know. Yeah, and water. Alright, let's get, if we got a big long trench in this room, and we filled it full of water, would it curve? Would the water curve, anybody? No. So why would it curve on a ball? What happens to something when it spins that's covered in water? What happens? Eh? That's what happens. Wet tennis ball. All the water will just shake off. And don't forget, it's going at 500,000 miles an hour. How is any water going to stay on it? So, reality never mirrors what they tell you. Their science cannot be mirrored in reality. Everything they tell you is complicated maths that no bugger understands. But they're wearing a white coat and they're scientists, so you believe them. But they're lying to you. And you've got a little dandelion flower, yeah? That can just float away. You've got this gravity, it can hold a man in Australia upside down. 200-pound man. But it can't hold that down, can it? That's weird, isn't it?
Well, you're not taking into account the effects of the atmosphere, are you?
The atmosphere works on everybody. This is the theory from gravity. Somebody actually wrote it down. Do you get that? That's gravity for you. Yeah? Where would you start looking at that? Huh? You'd think, yeah, sounds complicated. He must be right. I'm not going to try and work that out. Okay. Planets. Somebody give me a planet. Mercury. Okay. Does anybody believe that there is actually a spherical planet, this sort of shape, called Mercury? Solid ball somewhere. You believe that? Yeah. Why do you believe that? You've been told. Right. You've been told. But what evidence do you have to prove that that this place called Mercury exists? Only what you've been told. So you've got no evidence of your own that it exists, other than what you've seen it. You saw a little bit of light in a telescope. Yeah, you didn't see a huge ball.
Not a huge ball, no, not a ball.
Somebody give me another planet. Mars. Okay, let's have a look at Mars. Of course, you've all seen the squirrel on Mars, have you not? From NASA's official photographs. Have you seen the squirrel? Do you think they were on Mars? Don't think so. And let's look at the sun. Okay. Now, conventional science is going to tell you that the sun is 93 million miles away. You were taught that at school, weren't you? I was taught that. No. If they ask you in your exam, how far away is the sun? It's 93 million miles. Everybody knows that. How do you know it? Because somebody told you. It ain't 93 million miles away.
How far away is it then?
It's about 3,000 miles away. And it's only about 35 miles across.
Is there any way you can prove that?
Yeah, if you use one of those chronoscope things. If you look at moonlight, it's totally different to sun. If the moon is lit up, it's not from the sun. It's a different type of light. The light from the moon comes from within it. You may laugh. Where do you think it comes from then?
It's reflected from the sun.
It's not, because the light's different. Sunlight and moonlight are totally different. You look at fires.
One's direct light, one's reflected light.
They're totally different.
Yeah.
You're arguing with me with conventional science, which is a pack of lies.
What's your degree?
Degrees are not worth the paper they're printed. You go to university, yeah? The square hat.
So you're not a scientist then?
All the science, most of science is fraudulent. Most of physics is fraudulent. You're ingrained in what you've been brought up to believe. You've been indoctrinated.
I have a Bachelor of Science degree. I think I'm more knowledgeable on science than you are.
Please tell me how you can stand upright everywhere on a ball.
Gravity.
Gravity.
Gravity to the centre, you're perpendicular to the...
If gravity existed, which is not unproven, and it could stick you, how does it make somebody upside down upright?
Because
How?
It's a ball, so it's...
How can anybody... Why can't you model it then? Come here and show me. Show me how people can stand up everywhere. You can't model it, can you? If it was the truth, you could model it. How can a man stand upright on the bottom? He can't.
Because you've got a pencil or something.
Yeah.
Right. You're upright there.
Yeah?
You're upright there.
Yeah, you're turning the ball. The ball
You're
doesn't
upright
turn.
there. But you...
At the same time, give me a man upright there, and one there at the same time, you can't. It's impossible.
Because gravity takes you to the centre, perpendicular, straight line to the centre. So you're always upright, no matter where you are. You're always upright.
Well, why can't you model it? Tell me why you can't model it. Tell me why you can't model ships sailing around the world on here without going up or downhill. You can't.
Because there is no up or downhill. It's a
There is no up or downhill?
No.
I've been up a hill and down a hill.
That's gradient
It's
within
all
the
in
planet.
pseudoscience now.
That's great.
That's what you've been indoctrinated.
Pseudoscience?
That's
All the
pseudoscience.
expert on pseudoscience.
That's pseudoscience.
All the pseudoscience.
It's pseudoscience.
I'm a proper scientist.
How does a plane fly around the Earth? How do you think a plane flies around the Earth? How does it fly around the Earth level? How does it do that? How does gravity do that?
Again, the same reason I've just explained why everything is upright, because it's flying parallel to the surface. I also have a pilot's license.
Well, you'll notice that the horizon is always at eye level. Is it not? Is the horizon at eye level?
Everything's at eye level.
Well, it should be. You should be looking down at the horizon.
At eye level now.
You should be looking down at the horizon.
And I have seen the curvature of the Earth from up there.
Well, I've shown you lots of pictures where I've shown you pictures at 100,000 feet. There's no curvature.
You've shown pictures of...
From balloons that have gone up to the maximum height they can go to.
You just got the road to Blackpool, stand on the prom, and look straight out to sea. You'll see the Earth is curved.
You won't see it's curved. It's flat as a pancake.
See it curved.
In your mind you have. Alright, you're saying that a plane flies around the Earth. If a plane's going to fly around the Earth, it's got to go like that round a ball, hasn't it? How else is it going to go around the Earth? So if that plane's flying around there, it can't fly level.
It's
It
parallel.
can only fly level at the North bloody Pole.
It's parallel to the surface.
So you can't model it, can you? Can you model it with a model? Can you model it with that ball there? You can't, can you? But you can with the flat Earth. Look. You can fly a plane level around the flat Earth, but you can't round the ball. So all your arguments, none of them are modelled. You can't model them. Why is that? If that's the truth, it should fit the model, but it doesn't, because it's a lie. You cannot prove a lie. Go and check it out. I don't believe all this bullshit. Here's your evidence. Why are these planes in the southern hemisphere flying 14,000 miles when it's only 7? If it's really only 7, why are they doing it? Aviation fuel's expensive. Lady at the back, come on, explain this.
Yeah, because
Use your degree to tell me why they're going this crazy route. Yeah?
Put up your azimuth projection. Your so-called flat
That's the actual route.
Right.
This is the actual map used by the USGS.
Okay, then explain to me then why, when you go from Britain to Australia, you go that way, then that way, and then over there, rather than go straight that way.
I'm not talking about Australia. I haven't plotted that one on.
Well, that's Australia, isn't it?
That is, yeah.
Yeah, but from Britain to Australia then.
I've plotted it. I haven't got it with me.
No, I'm saying
I don't know what the route is.
it's from here to Dubai, then down to Malaysia, and then across to
Yeah,
Australia.
there isn't a problem with that route.
Well, it's not. You're saying that one's a straight line because it's a flat Earth. So why isn't this one a straight line?
I haven't plotted it. I haven't plotted it.
Oh, because it's a straight. It's not a straight line because you haven't plotted.
Can you explain this one to me? It's nonsense, isn't it? They're actually going, I've got it in black and white, they're going 14,000 miles.
Someone just explain that to you. But I'm trying to argue this one. Why then, if they go a straight line that way, if you think that's a straight
Well, you
line...
can't show me what the route is.
I've just told you it's from there
Well, I
to
show
Dubai.
it to me, show me the evidence.
From there, this is the way the aircraft flies. This is the route it takes. It goes from Heathrow to Dubai, then across to Singapore, and then up that way. So it's going a long way around instead of going straight across there. Doesn't make sense, does it?
I don't give a shit. And there's...
Is it to be saying about airspace and other countries you can't?
You're telling me that airline companies are going to use twice the jet fuel, 3 times the staff costs, 3 times the wear and tear on the airplane? Yeah, only in the southern hemisphere, but not in the... most of the flights are non-stop in the northern hemisphere. It's only in the southern. That's because the Earth is flat.
The one I've just explained to you is goes from the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere, because Australia is in the southern hemisphere.
In your world it is, yeah. And
In this world, yeah. In this world, yeah.
Why does the USGS, yeah, which do all the map making in America, why are they using the flat Earth model?
It's just a...
Why are they using it?
It's It's just a type of projection. They use them.
They use the flat Earth model. They don't use the ball Earth model.
In your opinion.
All right. No, that's a fact. You can check it out. The USGS used the flat Earth model.
Different projections of maps. Quarter of my degrees in geography, by the way.
Pardon?
It's a quarter of my degrees in geography, by the way.
Your academic qualifications don't mean jack shit to me. They're worthless. Probe. I want to scare you. You're a tiny speck in a vast universe. You're insignificant. Because they're all you're learning is what they want you to know. They don't want you to know the truth. Geography is telling you that you live on a ball.
That's right. Yes, I am.
It's a ball. Yeah. In your world. You've been well indoctrinated.
This world.
Well, I'll tell you.
This world.
It's not a ball.
Well, you're from this one.
Tell me this. Why are NASA pretending to go into space? Why are they pretending?
What evidence have you that they are?
I presented it last time. Did I not show it last time, Rob? Yeah, I presented it last time. They're lying, they're making it up. Why are they doing that? Why does NASA need to employ a team of artists to depict space? If they've got the real thing, they wouldn't need artists. But they do, they employ them. Because they've got to make stuff up. Matt Boylan from NASA, he was a graphic artist for NASA. He was employed to depict pictures of universes and planets and space. And he was at a meeting at the Hamptons, some posh place in America. And over dinner, they told him, the Earth is flat.
When was it decided that the Earth was round?
By Copernicus, who incidentally was a Freemason. He just made it up. And it was only published after he died. Why does a rocket, go from vertical to horizontal within 30 seconds of launch every time? Every time. You can check it for yourself. They're all on YouTube. Why do they go vertical to horizontal 30 seconds later?
Follow the curvature of the Earth, they continue on and upwards.
They're not. They're going level with the flat Earth. Space is up. It's not that way. And why do they turn the camera? Why do they turn the cameras off?
Because they use the curvature of the Earth, the rotation of the Earth, to give them a... NASA, who brought all the Nazi people over, Operation Paperclip. You think they're an honest, good, caring organisation? Why have they got the serpent tongue as their logo? Eh? You tell me?
You trust NASA, do you? You trust their stuff, would you?
I believe some of what they say.
Have you seen the pictures of Mars?
Yes.
You have. Have you seen the picture of the bobcat, of the nuts and bolts, of the pottery?
What does it look like? Does it look like anything?
No, these are close up. You can see quite clearly what they are.
The rocks.
There's a squirrel on there.
It's a rock.
It's a Mojave ground squirrel.
It's a rock.
You believe there's something up there, do you?
It's a rock.
You're a deluded.
It's a rock.
You're deluded. You probably believe in evolution, don't you?
Yes.
You do. So you believe that everything came out of nothing.
I don't believe...
A big bang.
I don't believe that the Earth was created 4,000 years ago.
I think to be fair, if you are going to take an open-minded view, it has to work both ways. You know, we've been receptive. You should at least explore what I said to you earlier, which was the difference between a run on and a great circle track. You should at least know that if you're presenting the evidence as evidence.
You're talking terminology I'm not aware of.
That's what I'm saying. You must
Exactly.
be a platform. You must.
But I've shown you the route.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Do those routes make sense to you?
Not the South American one, but the one you were showing the curved tracks does, yes.
Which one?
The one that you showed right at the earlier one as well.
Well, I could show you countless ones. I've done them. I haven't because of time limitations. All the southern hemisphere routes are all to pot. They're all 2 and 3 stops, taking 40 and 50 hours. Wherein the cruising range of a big jet now is about 9,000 miles. They've all got them. So why are they taking 3 stops?
The 3 stops I can't answer. I'm just saying that if you want to use the...
And why can't you book the flight? You go home and try and book a flight. Why are they using John Travolta? You try and book a flight from Santiago to Sydney, Qantas. You go and try and book that and then come and tell me about how you couldn't get it. Because you won't. Because it don't exist. Go and book it.
Yeah, you're arguing about something else. By personal point.
Why would they make flights up that don't exist?
Do you want to address
You'd have to explain it in more simple terms.
You can't, you've got to put in mind. Like you just use an neon.
Right, look, I think we've just about done.
Ethel, fire my retro rockets.
I will fire them, Flatman.
I want it flat. Investigate my flat Earth, Ethel.
Oh, lovely. That's a way to do it. Oh, fuck.
Well, hello, Ethel.
Shut up. That's a way to do it. I am Ethel.